Good morning, students. Welcome back to online class. Today we are going to discuss the second lesson continuation, friction. What is friction? Friction is a force between two surfaces that are sliding or trying to slide across each other. Friction always works in the direction opposite to the direction in which the object is moving or trying to move. So the force is produced due to the geometrical dissimilarities of the surface of the bodies which are in relative motion. For example, here taken as rubbing our hands. So both the hands are comes for the contact. So the friction is a contact force. So it comes for the contact, it could able to generate the heat. It produces the heat energy also due to the friction only. So you have already studied the forces are classified into two types. One is taken as a contact force and another one is the non-contact force. Isn't it? So the the contact force, the example only we are studying the friction. It is easy to hold a tumbler due to the friction between the surfaces of a palm and the tumbler. Suppose here the oil is applied to your palm. The contact force between your fingers and the tumbler is reduced. So the friction is reduced. So hence it is difficult to hold it with an oily hand. So this is the best example for the friction. So what is friction? The friction is taken as a contact force between the two surfaces or in the two bodies in contact move or tends to move relative to each other. It always act opposite direction to the moving body. So this only is called as what? Friction. So next we got to move on to what are the effects of the friction. So the first we are to taken as the friction can produces the following effects. The first one, it opposes the motion. The friction opposes the motion. And second one, the friction produces the heat. Example you are taken as rubbing our hands. It produces the heat. Okay. And third you are to taken as a wear and tear of surfaces in contact. What is wear and tear of the surfaces in contact? So the wear and tear is nothing but it's damage that happens to an object in ordinary use during a period. This causes the physical damages only. For example, seat covers on buses take a lot of wear and tear. This is the best example for wear and tear. So the machines are continuously using in the companies or in the manufacturing places. It causes the due to the friction. It comes for the wear and tear conditions. Wear and tear is nothing but it's a damage, that is a physical damage obtained in the machines. So the frictions, it causes some of the or produces some of the effects also. Friction opposes the motion. The friction causes wear and tear of the surfaces in contact. And third one, the friction produces the heat. It's an important 2-mark question. What are the effects of friction? So what are the effects? It opposes the motion. And second, it causes the wear and tear. And third, it produces the heat. Okay. Are you understand, children? So what is friction? The friction is taken as a contact force. It's acted between the two surfaces and also it opposite direction to the moving body. This is called as the friction. So next we are to move on to what are the types of friction. The friction is classified into two basic types. One is static friction and second one is kinetic friction. Kinetic friction is further classified into two types. One is sliding friction and next one is the rolling friction. So what are the types of friction? The friction is classified into two basic types. One is static and second one is kinetic. And kinetic friction can be further classified into two. One is sliding friction and second one is rolling friction. So next we got to move on to what is static friction. Static means rest. So the friction experienced by the bodies which are at rest is called static friction. Let us consider the sofa. It's always in the rest position only, isn't it? So the friction is experienced by the bodies which are at rest is called a static friction. Example, all the objects rigidly placed to be at rest on the earth. For example, a knot in the thread. So these are the examples of static friction. And see here also what an alamari is in the same positions only. So this is the example of the static friction. And next one is the kinetic friction. So the kinetic friction existing during the motion of the bodies is called as kinetic friction. So the friction is existed during the motion of an object. So when the object is comes for the motion, here also what the friction is exerted. This is called as kinetic friction. So what is static friction? The friction experienced by the bodies which are at rest. But the kinetic friction, the friction existing during the motion of bodies is called kinetic friction. So what are the two types of kinetic friction? One is taken as a sliding friction and another one is the rolling friction. Isn't it? So first we got to move on to what is sliding friction. When a body slides over the surface of another body, the friction acting between the surfaces in contact is called sliding friction. Look at the picture also. So when a body slides over the surface of the another body, the friction acting between the surfaces in contact is called as the sliding friction. And see the next figure also, this is the rolling friction example. When a body rolls over the another body, the friction acting between the surfaces in contact is called as rolling friction. So the rolling friction is less than the sliding friction. That's why wheels are provided in vehicles, trolleys, suitcases, etc. Here also the trolley, the example is given. And that also is what it's fitted with the wheels. Afterwards only it comes for the rolling, isn't it? In the first picture it explained the sliding. So these are the examples of the sliding friction and the rolling friction. Are you understand, children? So first we discussed what is static friction, and second we discussed what is kinetic friction, and third we discussed what is sliding friction, and last we discussed what is a rolling friction. Okay, now we have to move on to one small activity. It's related to the friction. Okay, push or slide a book on a rough surface. It is difficult to push it. Yes or no? Now keep some cylindrical pencils underneath the book. Again push it. It is easy to move the book. Why? I am repeating the same activity. Push or slide a book on a rough surface. It is difficult to push it. Now keep some cylindrical pencils underneath the book. Again push it. It is easy to move the book. Why? What is the reason? When you push the book, the pencils roll in the direction of the applied force. When you push the book, the pencils rolls in the direction of the applied force. They prevent the contact of the book with the rough surface. Rolling pencils offer the least amount of friction. Already we discussed the rolling object it offers, or the rolling friction is less than the sliding friction, isn't it? So the rolling pencils offers the least amount of friction. So it is easy to displace the book in comparison with sliding it on the table. So this method is often used in moving heavy wood from one place into the another place. It comes for the sliding, and also it's an example for the rolling friction. So what is the reason? When you push the book, the pencils roll in the direction of the applied force. So the pencils prevent the contact of the book with the rough surface. So the rolling pencils offers the least amount of the friction. So it is easy to displace the book in comparison with sliding it on the table. So this method is used in which place? It is used to moving a heavy wood from one place into the another one place. So I hope students you understand the concept of what is friction, what are the effects of friction, and second we discussed what are the types of friction, and also the small activities related to sliding and also in the rolling frictions. Is it clear, students? Thank you, students.